Day after Andhra Pradesh YSRCP MLA A. Shivakumar slapped and got into a brawl with a voter at a polling booth which was caught on camera, the question we are raising is the culture of political violence. Is it more the rule than an exception? Specific to Andhra Pradesh, but perhaps across the board. Sudhakar, the voter who was brutally assaulted, said the altercation erupted when he objected to the MLA's supporters breaking the queue. The MLA had claimed that he got agitated after casting his comments. The police have registered a complaint against the MLA and 7 of his aides. The TDP has also approached the Election Commission. Let's first listen in to Mr. Sudhakar, the voter who was assaulted, because yesterday we played to you the soundbite of the YSRCP MLA. This was Sudhakar after the assault on him at that voting booth.
MLA మనసు వాళ్ళ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్ అందరూ లోపలికి వెళ్ళారు. సో మామూలుగా అందరం క్యూలో నిలబడి ఓటేయాలి, అంతేగాని ఎవరికి స్పెషల్ ప్రివిలేజెస్ అయితే లేవు. అటు వెళ్ళి ఎగ్జిట్ గేట్లో ఉండవటే. సో అందరూ క్యూలో వచ్చేయమని చెప్పాను. సో వాళ్ళ అనుయాయులతో వాళ్ళు వచ్చి ఆయన ఓటేసి బయటకు వచ్చిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళు చెప్పినట్టున్నారు. దగ్గరికి వచ్చి దురుసుగా మీరెవరు అట్లా మాట్లాడటానికి అని ఇంకా ఏదో అన్నారు. బూతులు అట్లా కూడా నువ్వు ఎట్లా బతుకుతావా అని అట్లా దెబ్బేశారు. నేను స్పర్ ఆఫ్ ది మూమెంట్, ఐ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ ప్లాన్ టు హిట్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్. స్పర్ ఆఫ్ ద మూమెంట్ నేను కూడా వేసాను. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత తెలిసింది నాకు, కొట్టినట్టు కూడా నాకు తెలియదు. కానీ ఇక్కడ చెప్పారు మీరు కూడా కొట్టారండి. ఓకే, అయ్యి ఉండొచ్చు. సో తర్వాత పోలీసులు రావడం జరిగింది. సార్ నేను ఓటేసే బయటకు వస్తానండి అని చెప్పితే వీళ్ళు పోలీసులు నన్ను ఎగ్జిట్ గేట్లో కూడా లోపలికి తీసుకెళ్ళి నా చేత ఓటేయించి మరలా బయటికి తీసుకొచ్చి, అంటే బయట వాళ్ళందరూ నన్ను అప్పటికే బాగా కొట్టేస్తున్నారు. ఇంకా మామూలుగా ఒక రేంజ్లో కొట్టబోతుంటే పోలీసులు ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటే నన్ను వాళ్ళ వ్యాన్లో ఎక్కించుకుని police station తీసుకొచ్చారు.
While this was caught on camera in a polling booth and hence became a national issue, was this just another example of the political violence that's prevalent in the state? Through this election campaign, Telugu Desam Party and YSRCP workers have had violent clashes in different parts of the state. A day after polling, these clashes continued. YSRCP has made serious allegations of violent assault on its supporters in the Palnadu district, various districts and other places where the YSRCP is accusing TDP local leaders in that district of attacking them. The TDP has made similar allegations with Chandrababu Naidu accusing YSRCP of attacks on his alliance's Tirupati candidate. He took to X to post a strong message condemning the attack. And this was the YSRCP MLA in Palnadu making an allegation against the TDP.
We are in Kottaganespadu village, me and our parliament candidate Mr. Anil Kumar Yadav garu. We are in Gangamma temple with all the ladies. Yesterday from 4 o'clock, TDP leaders and gundas of this village, with the help of Yarpatri and Srinivas Rao, ransacked the whole village. Only because BCs and SCs have voted freely and fairly. Whomever they may have voted, it's up to them. But for the first time they've casted their vote freely and fairly till 4 p.m. Thereby, you know, the upper communities of this village ransacked the whole village, went house to house, destroyed their property, looted their wealth.
Well, so is the culture of political violence, and the allegations have been made by both sides. TDP, of course, making strong allegations against YSRCP and the YSRCP making allegations against TDP. But is the culture of political violence unchecked in Andhra Pradesh? Joining me this evening is C. Sundar Ram Sharma of the YSRCP and political analyst Pullara. We'll also be joined by Professor Jyotsna Tirunagari of the Telugu Desam Party in a bit. But Mr. Sundar Ram Sharma, my first question to you, while it has been caught on camera, isn't it the reality that if a voter questions an MLA, and perhaps in several parts of India, but specifically in a place like Andhra Pradesh, that if a voter questions an MLA or challenges an MLA, violence is the reaction he would get? What has the YSRCP done to send an example on this case?
See, actually this happened not just a voter. He has a pre-planned. Because if a voter questioned any MLA, because right now he's an MLA and he has come to vote, once a voter questioning him is not an objectionable thing. Only one thing, what he raised is, he talked about the community. He talked about the community, caste. What he said, look, who is here? Mala Madhiga, YSRCP MLA candidate, this type of issue raised there, immediately there is no doubt it is very unfortunate, but as an MLA, as a citizen, as a democratist, he just questioned the voter, immediately he slapped on the face of the MLA. You see, that is there. And one more thing I wanted to tell you, there must be a decorum and decency. There's no doubt. There must be. But one thing is there, voter also a citizen and MLA is also a citizen. Both should be in their limits. If the voter should respect the MLA first, that he must learn first. Because he talked the caste politics. Caste-based, this one, we don't accept it. That is happened. And another thing.
That's your allegation, irrespective of what happens. No, I'm just going to move forward first. I'll come back to the violence in Andhra Pradesh. I have Professor Jyotsna Tirunagari, who's joined us now as well. You're speaking of caste, but I must say that the voter says that all he objected to was that the MLA was jumping the queue. But I want to go beyond just this. While this is a brazen case, which is extremely disturbing, Professor Tirunagari, isn't this a reflection of political realities in Andhra Pradesh? While the YSRCP MLA was caught on camera, it may be possible or likely, if I can say that, for a TDP MLA to do the same if he is challenged.
I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, it clearly talks about the arrogance of the MLA. I mean, I'm very shrewd when I say this, because you can have a look at the visuals. If just in case, if we believe what Mr. Sharma has told just now, does he have a right to hit a person? Even if casteist remarks are made, let's assume that's a false allegation they are making. But still, let's assume whatever they are speaking is true. Let's assume that. Even in that case, does it give you a right to hit a person? You have got, and you are in power, right? So you are showing the arrogance of your power there. If you believe that you are in power and you believe that I'm going to be responsible, then you would have complained that he's making some casteist remarks there. Why didn't you do that? Who gave you the right to go physically assault a person there? And then you come back and complain that the person is hitting you? Yes, that person hit you because you hit his self-respect. And then after that, your goons, your rowdies, your
fine. I want to just move beyond. I get what you're saying, Professor Jyotsna. While it is convenient for you to make that comment right now, the point I'm making is something far more deeper. And I'm asking this to both of you, Mr. Ram Sharma, as well as you. Mr. Sharma, isn't it reality that political violence is more the rule than an exception in Andhra Pradesh? Quick response from you. What we've seen post polls, what we've seen during the election campaign, both parties have condoned acts of political violence. First to you, Mr. Rama Sharma.
See this, we don't accept the political violence. We definitely respect the democracy. Only thing is the total, this violence before, pre-poll or now, the main person who has instigated and provoked the people violence is Mr. Nara Chandrababu Naidu. He is almost accused, commented in a very bad language of against Mr. CM Jagan Mohan Reddy. You see, instead of telling his tenure, what he did in his tenure as a CM of 14 years, he just provoked the people. He has never canvassed his manifesto. He never canvassed about his policies. He never canvassed what he did in 2014 to 2019. Instead of that, he commented, Mr. Jagan as a psycho. I wanted to kill him. What will happen? This type of issues have taken place in Andhra Pradesh. What happened? Mr. Chandrababu Naidu has taken the total advantage of alliance with the Bharatiya Janata Party. That is the main. Only 0.85% of the voting of Bharatiya Janata Party. Why Mr. Chandrababu
Before I go to Mr. Pullarao.
Only one thing. He wanted to seek the protection.
Go ahead, Jyotsna Tirunagari.
Let me tell you very clearly, these are the false allegations that he's making. You can literally see each and every speech by Mr. Chandrababu Naidu Garu. He has very clearly mentioned about our 6 guarantees. He has very clearly mentioned about our manifesto. He has mentioned about the irrigation projects that were done during our tenure from 2014 to 2019. Every single thing. Here I'll tell you one thing, sir. Very clearly, this is a very
let's address the deeper issue.
That's what I'm saying. Let me come back to that, Raghavji. The point is, this particular thing, after I think so many decades we are seeing such kind of violence in the state of Andhra Pradesh during polls, and that too because of the YSRCP government. That's the sad part, and we are really very sad about it. And even today, We are talking about yesterday, sir, even today.
No, in Palnadu, they have accused the TDP of attacking their cadre.
No. Let me tell you, sir. Here, even today, when I'm talking to you, our MLA candidate from Chandragiri, Mr. Pulivartinani, has been attacked in Chandragiri because he was just going to.
Okay, I just want to ask Mr. Pullara one question, sir. You know, you've heard both sides, both accusing each other. There are accusations against the TDP, accusations against the YSRCP. Is this reflective of the political realities of Andhra, which still remains extremely violent in comparison perhaps to few other states, especially the southern states? Mr. Pullara.
See, they are both right in describing the incident as from their perspective. I won't deny that. But I want to agree with you. It is indicative, it is symptomatic of the way politics have been going on in Andhra Pradesh ever since it became a small state. There is intense competition. And the competition is not between BCs and OCs or like that. It is between OCs, the forward caste for control of the state. And there's nothing wrong by going through legitimate democratic means. But the air of menace is everywhere. There's a menacing air. I won't say this party did it, that party did it. And you know, one thing, Veera, you might have neglected to think about, Andhra Pradesh is unique in India. It is the only state where 3 regional parties dominate the political scene. National parties are peripheral players, 1% voters. So literally the bosses are there, the personalities are there, and because regional parties totally dominate the scene, personalities come forward to play a very big role. And the leaders are known to their cadre, their voters, everything. Now you take Tamil Nadu. There are national parties that play also. There is the BJP, there is the Congress, Orissa, everywhere. So this is a state unique in its way, highly educated, very prosperous. Money is no consideration. The guys who have stood for parliament who have declared wealth of 5,000, 10,000 crores, of course, I want to give back to society. They say what they want to give back, I don't know. But this is a very sad story of Andhra Pradesh, that there is menace, there is money and muscle, and particularly in this incident.
On that note, you're making a very important point. You're giving a deeper analysis of why it is possibly like that. There could be several other reasons, but it's important, Professor Jyotsna Tirunagiri, as well as my friend from the YSRCP, that we need to put this culture to an end, and political violence of any form cannot be condoned at some level or the other. That's all we have time though on the Southern View this evening.